Julie Jarmiolowski and Andrea Lilienfeld, and we're back again at Optima Camel View, and Ed is joining us again to share another one of his collector cars with us. Ed, what have we got here?
We've got a 1981 DMC or DeLorean.
Okay, so this looks a little bit like Back to the Future. Am I getting that right?
Yes, it's exactly the car they used in Back to the Future. I think they ruined 12 of them making the 3 movies, but I bought this car 4 years before the movie came out. I bought the car in 81 and the movies came out in 85.
So you bought it in 81, so that makes it what?
42 years old.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing that you kept a car 42 years.
Because it's unique and different. I bought it because I like the styling. It's way ahead of its time styling-wise. When you look at an 81 Ford or Buick or Chevy or whatever, they didn't have the style this car does.
No.
John DeLorean was an interesting gentleman. He actually supposedly came out with the first muscle car. People say, well, that's kind of funny. Yeah, the 1962 GTO.
Oh, that was
his baby.
I didn't know that.
And Mustang came out in 64, Camaros came out in 66 or 7. And
Wow.
yeah, so John DeLorean came out with the first small body car with a big engine in it called the GTO.
Wow.
So he wasn't given enough credit for the positive things. I had one gentleman who seemed to be an authority on DeLorean who stopped at a car show and said DeLorean still has about 200 patents being used in the automobile industry. He was chief engineer at Pontiac.
Okay.
And did not fit in with the other big shots of GM. I've been told he wore his bell-bottom pants and his big wide-open shirts. He did not have a black suit with a white shirt and a skinny tie on ever. So he did not fit in their mold very much. So he was a little bit of a rebel at his time.
Why don't you take us on a tour and show us this beauty? Do we want to go that way, this way? What do you want to go?
Well, let's go this way.
All right.
The entire car is made of 306 gauge stainless steel, and it has a groove from the front to the back.
Kind of like my refrigerator?
Like your refrigerator, except the refrigerator probably does not have the groove.
Yeah.
But they made a few of them that have a little gap here. That was to put the gas in, because the gas tank's up here.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. Colin Chapman, the chief designer for Lotus, actually did the undercarriage of this car. I was told that the prototype DeLorean, John DeLorean wanted a mid-engine car. The prototype was a mid-engine, but it wasn't sturdy enough for him. So he called in Colin Chapman, the designer from Lotus, came in and he moved the engine all the way to the back and put the gas tank here. So later models in 81 removed the gas cap because it was ugly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there's a V-shaped frame with a ladder.
Okay.
That's your gas tank.
Okay.
Big steel I-beam down the center of the car.
For stability?
That's why that console was so high. And there's a big V in the back, which is why the engine got pushed all the way to the back. It became a rear engine car, not a mid-engine.
Oh, okay.
So the car's about a 70-30 balance. 70% of the weight is behind the driver. There's no power steering, no power brakes. Very bare bones car.
Okay.
No amenities. It does have heat and air. Okay. But other than that, there's not much to it. It's underpowered and overpriced. Okay. This car cost $26,175
In 81?
in 81.
Wow.
$26,175 per car. Okay. Corvettes, I believe, were about $15,000 to $16,000 in 81. So this car was overpriced and wasn't nearly competitive speed-wise with any car. It was a Volvo engine. They called it a PRV because Peugeot, Renault, and Volvo all used the same engine in 1981.
Okay.
So it doesn't have a lot of power, but it's as fast as the 1981 Volvo or Peugeot or Renault.
How many did they build?
They're not sure.
Okay.
That's an interesting comment to make. They built 500 as mules, they were called. They built them because they were made in Northern Ireland. The British government built the factory for them because there was 40% unemployment in Ireland. So the British government built the factory for them. They hired all these employees. They had up to 2,400 people building the car. car.
My goodness.
But they had never built a car in their lives, so they built 500 of these as mules and then disassembled them and ran them back through. They come from between 8,000 and 9,000 total.
Okay.
So it's fewer than 9,000, more than 8,000. That's all.
Didn't you tell me that they built them like from 81 to...
81 and 2.
Okay.
And there were some left over in 82. They called them 83s, but they were leftover 82s.
Okay.
They gave them a 5-digit VIN number instead of a 4-digit VIN number.
Ah, okay.
This one's number 3687, built in September. Tag is
Wow.
right there. It explains the car. But it's not a fancy car as far as speed or anything. This is a very nice car to drive. It's comfortable. It's not fast. It won't get you in trouble that way. But it's fun and it draws as much attention as the GT40.
Does it really?
I take it to a car show and all the families come here. All the
Oh.
gearheads go to the GT40.
That's
Car
cool.
guys go right there. Families come right here because of the
So the other famous gullwing that I can think of is the Mercedes. Did Mercedes do the gullwing first, or did DeLorean?
Mercedes to going in the 50s. I
Okay.
think mid 50s, 55, 6, 7, 8, somewhere in that range. However, they had a difficulty with the Mercedes Gullwing. Doors only came down about halfway,
Oh.
and there was
okay.
a huge
Thing to climb over.
Yeah, you had to climb over that ledge, and the women with skirts could get in the car, and you had to take the steering wheel off it also to get in and out of the Mercedes.
Oh, wow.
Gullwing.
Wow.
So they're beautiful cars, and they're expensive now, and they are very hard to find and they're very expensive. But limited production because of the area between the seat and the door. And women weren't comfortable with the car.
What else can you tell us about this?
It collects fingerprints.
Oh, it does. I bet, like my refrigerator
It
does.
collects dust. I was at the cruise in to Pavilion here in Scottsdale. And I was talking to a gentleman who had a 32 Ford Roadster. And he looked at me kind of funny. He said, go over to Home Depot and get you a can of steel cleaner and polish. He said, your car needs cleaning. Okay, so I went over and got some steel wool, and I would clean the car the way the grooves are in the hood.
Uh-huh.
And that used up film because of the cleaver.
Oh.
So that even attracted more hits. So anyway, what I did, I do the whole car, stainless steel cleaner polish, steel wool, let it get the way it is in the grain, and then I have to clean the whole car with rubbing alcohol to get
it
the
off.
residue off.
Oh my
from the
gosh.
cleaner polish.
So that makes it an all-day event.
It's about 3 hours.
It is.
It's not hard. Once it's started, it's fine.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
One car to drive. Just unique.
It is very unique.
2 different cars.
Oh, big time. Big
GT40's
time.
faster than that because it's slower than that.
But they're both gorgeous. Thank you for sharing them with us. Ed, I think we're going to be able to talk Ed into showing us one more car. So stay tuned.